Alright, so hopefully that echo is gone. I just recorded this and it's been a whole bunch of time, but anyways, so this is round 4 of the league that I played in. Um, um, I think I keep this because I have the discard, I have half the lock, I have tutor, yeah. And I see my opponent is on scam, and their hand sucks. I mean, against me it does. Against other people it might be pretty good. I mean, because they have mana disruption, they have removal, and they have bowmasters. Second Citadel. Yeah, tutor. So the plan here is I tutor because I'm afraid they're going to have discard. I don't want them to discard my tutor. My discarding against them right now doesn't really matter because all I saw was a fatal push. Um, so I'm hoping that I suspend the profane tutor. Then next turn I untap, draw, play ancient stirrings, see what I can find. This tells me they drew that swamp. So here's stirrings. I grabbed the shredder. I guess I figure it's not worth grabbing the saga because they're gonna Field of Ruin anyways. But at least I can solidify a lock. And because I know the rest of their hand just kind of sucks, um, I figure that I can get a lantern and have plenty of time. Um, Masters, the clock is so slow, and Underworld Cookbook is gonna let me race this slow clock that they got. I do start milling immediately. So I choose to get a lantern here. So go for the duress. They do not dead after all, I guess expecting that I'm going to kill their dude. I'm not going to. And yeah. So I can play a lantern and shredder. And this is a solid lock. I want that vault, but they're going to try to Field of Ruin me, so in response I'm going to copy a shredder. Um, yeah, they can kill the vault now, but whatever. I think they underestimate how good vault is. But between all of these mill rocks and the vault and the gardens. Oh, I forget to mill at my opponent's instep. I don't want them having that castle. So they do eventually kill my vault. I guess they wanted to kill it before I draw a card, so before I could use it. And there you go, MTGO. I knew you could do it. So mill myself. Milling myself, just to try to dig to a bridge. And there's my bridge. Yeah. Okay. So I play the Saga, try to force them to use the field, and then that'll let me use my gardens to copy my shredders and just mill them out real quick. For some reason, MTGO decided that I need to redo that. So before they draw that demolition field, I'm gonna, copy my shredder. I'm gonna keep the other one up just in case. In hindsight, I probably could have used that gardens just for another mill rock. Um, So here I'm going to use the trophy and force them to use the field if they want to, and then I'm going to be able to copy a shredder in response. In hindsight, I probably should have done that during their draw phase. Yeah, so they thought seize themselves. For laughs, I guess. Yeah. So this is a super solid lock here. Just mill the crap out of them until they have just dead stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. What was that thing called? Cling to dust. So I just mill them out. Oh, thanks MPGO. Yeah. So between the gardens, the mill rocks, and the Fomori Vault, like you just get a ton of mill rocks really, really quick. Oh, and Saga getting you mill rocks. So we go to game 2. Now I make a mistake here. I didn't realize what my opponent was on. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, and they don't have a Cabal Coffers. But for some reason I assumed that they were on Coffers, even though I just saw their entire deck. So I make a sideboarding mistake. Yeah, so these two right here are actually, I was playing the Nightlight version, so the Black-Red Blood Moon version. Didn't work as well as I'd hoped. I think it's still interesting and probably pretty fun to play, but so let's see, look at sideboard. I messed up sideboarding by bringing in the damping spheres. I side out the baubles because they have bowmasters. And let's see, side out the cage. And yeah, I sided in Terra Sunders and damping spheres. The damping spheres were a mistake. I probably should have just kept something else in, like a brutality or something, because brutality will kill the void walkers. It'll kill a grief. It'll pick apart their hand. Whatever. Excuse me. Um, I cannot keep this hand though. The one lander. This one though is much better. So I get rid of the Terra Sunder. Yeah. Terra Sunder is also really useful against Sheoldred. Yeah, go ahead and Shredder, get a head start on milling them. Now, fortunately, I do have the needle for the Voidwalker, and I don't think they have a way to get rid of the needle. And here's my dead card, my Damping Sphere that I sighted in. That Damping Sphere actually hurt me a good amount when I play it. Oh, the Ashiok here is worrisome because it's going to be able to mill me. What's that, 5 times 4, 20 cards? So, that's kind of a race. I don't play the Vault yet because I want my opponent to use the field, and Vault is one of my best cards here. I use the Gardens to try to lure them to use field so that I can play Vault. And it works. Unfortunately, they have another Vault. Or another Ruin. But I'm pretty sure they play Ashiok. Or not Ashiok, Sheoldred here. Yeah. The good news for me, though, is the Vault is really good for me. So I can get a Lantern here. I guess I could have gotten a needle for the Ashiok. But I want a Lantern here so I can dig. Yeah. They still don't kill my Vault. I think they don't understand how good it is. So here, this is where my Damping Sphere causes me to take more damage than I should have needed to, unfortunately. Because what I want to do is, I want to Lantern, I want to Duress, and then Trophy their Sheoldred. And I can do that because of their Urborg, so I can get the double black. But unfortunately, my Damping Sphere slows me down. Oh, yeah. I am able to take Ring. Not sure why they didn't play it. So I'll suspend the tutor, and then I'm going to Trophy. But what I want to do first is make sure that they don't have a Not Dead After All. Oh yeah, they don't have a Not Dead After All. I'll wait until they do the Grief so I can Trophy in response. Pretty sure I milled them because I don't want them to have that. They filled Ruin my Vault, which is unfortunate. They do it before my draw, so I can't use it. The good news is, well, I guess, wait, no good news. Because their Ashiok is shutting off my sagas. So here's the good news. I have Terra Sunder on top, so that's going to be able to take care of the Ashiok. My opponent realizes this, so this is, they decide, well, um, might as well use the Ashiok now before it dies. So I'm pretty sure I mill my. Well, I meant to mill myself there. That was a mistake. So since I messed that up, I decided to shuffle. MTGO is going to be moving my stuff around. There we go. So yeah, mill my opponents Lily and Castle Lochthwain at the end of their turn. It's amazing how just 2 shredders is pretty good for a lock. I do the duress just to get it out of my hand. I am trying to mill them pretty quick here. The Gardens is going to be able to copy a shredder before, and I do not want them to have this Takenuma, so I need to mill, and I think I kind of mess up here really. So I mill. There's an Ashiok on top. I don't want them to have that, so I think the correct move is to mill, and instead what I did is I shuffled. And I think that's wrong, because when I shuffle, they still have the same number of threats in the library. But if I mill first, and there's another threat, then I shuffle, and the likelihood of them getting that threat seems like it's less. I'm just fortunate that it still worked out for me, even though the other method is probably just a little bit better. Cookbook's going to be enough that Shieldred can't kill me, but I mill it anyways, just in case. And again, I do mill, shuffle, which I think is wrong. I think I should have done mill, and then shuffle. So there's a Cling to Dust. So I mill that. And I think I messed up there. I think I should have waited until their upkeep to mill it. Because milling it now means that they can try to draw a bunch of cards real quick. But really, they only have 9 cards in the library. Not a whole lot of hits. I don't think they have anything that can work. So just drawing a bunch of dead cards. 7 cards in library. 1, 2, 3 mill rocks. 6 cards in library. So 3 mill rocks. That puts them down to 3 cards. I'm going to mill this. And I think my opponent conceded here as I was milling out the... Nope, not quite yet. Yeah. So yeah. See, 1, 2. That puts him to 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Um, yeah, it's not going to matter. So yeah,